Hello everyone, I'm very excited today. We have again gathered the teachers from the Ibiza Enlight Festival 2014, a festival that I went to in October, where I had 10 amazing days full of energy, forgiveness, love, and I'm really excited to be with all of you today and talk a bit and share all those experiences and how those 10 days changed our life, if they did. And what were your feelings, your emotions, your views of the world after these fantastic 10 days? So I'm going to leave you with Steve first, who was one of the organizers of the festival, so he can do a quick introduction of what the festival was, perhaps a bit of numbers, how many people were there, Steve?
Yes, certainly. Thank you, Jose. It's a pleasure to see all you again and bring back the lovely memories we had together. Yeah, the festival was a wonderful success. It was the second one we'd done, and it was just as good as the first one, if not better. I was just amazed by the whole feeling of the festival, the vibe, the energy. It was transformational for many. We had a lot more people from different countries this time round, which is a great thing to see. And it was just a total love fest. For me, the festival was everything what we planned, everything we wanted, and everything we wished for, and it turned out beautifully. So many happy, joyful people, so much love, so much hugs and understanding and profound lessons, teachings. It was just wonderful. It was like one big family, and I really think the whole thing was a miracle for me, if not for all of us organisers, and probably everyone who came along as well. It was Jesus' festival, and there'll always be Jesus' festival, because he, at the end of the day, is the guidance system that is running this show for us. And it's been an absolute ball for me. I've loved every minute of it, and continue to do so. So I thank everybody from my heart for all your efforts, all your love, all your joining, and the fact that you trusted us and came and participated in it. So thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
So Carolina, can you tell us a bit about the festival? You were also one of the organizers. How was for you being on that side? And I think that this year you were a bit more, I don't know, like fish in your water. So you had time to enjoy more the festival. So I'm keen to hear your view on that.
Yes, I love you all.
We too.
I love you. It's wonderful to see you again. I think I haven't stopped living the festival. I'm still living it. This year it was much better for me in terms of being more relaxed. I was able to attend some of the classes completely, and I enjoyed that very much. And we had such a great team. The translating team was wonderful. Thank you, Eva. So I could relax around that topic, and so many others that helped out. So the Happy Dream team is growing. So the organizers have less to do and to enjoy. And this is how it felt this year. Very enjoyable. Always with, forgiveness lesson. Always, always. But I found we were better organized. The festival was more beautiful. And it was a new experience. It was different because we had different people, different team members, but it was the expression of the Christ there immediately. So, wonderful.
Great, thank you, Carolina. So let's do a quick round. we have from left to right some of the teachers and translators of the festival. So maybe not everyone knows who are we here. So please, Andreas, can you introduce yourself and how was, I think, your first experience as a teacher in the festival? How was that for you?
Yeah, my name is Andreas. I live in Berlin at the moment, and I teach the course. And the festival was quite unexpected to me in a way. I didn't know what to expect, and the closer the date came of the arrival, I had less and less clue to what to expect from it. But I was totally thrown into the deep end in a way. Of course, I knew the guys from Facebook already and through the hangouts that we had before. So that was a nice start to connect, but it was just amazing to see everybody in in form and connect. And to me, it was like after the first day that we did, or the first evening, the welcome with the intro dancer and everything. At the end of it, I thought, Jesus, that was the first day. Come on, it felt like a whole weekend or something. It was so like it's already started moving so much in terms of like let's connect, it's about the love, and it's about letting go of our judgments and just find the other guy. And there was so much energy and willingness from everyone to just join and be about the message of Jesus. And that's what I felt all through the entire 8 days of the festival, because it was so easy, like the minds were so open to and willing to receive what the message actually is. Like how do I find that? And every teacher that was there offered it in a particular way, and it was just so well received and joined in that way in all different forms. It was amazing. And what I didn't realize during the festival was what scope it had in my own mind. Only when I came back to Berlin, I realized, Jesus, it was like it was a medium-sized atomic bomb in my mind, just expanding and expanding, and yeah, just kept growing from there. Amazing, like yeah, it's hard to describe. It's hard to find words for it because yeah, how do you describe that? It's like, okay, how much love can you accept, basically? Like how far can you stretch your mind and your heart and embrace everyone? And yeah, okay, well, there you go. It's the perfect setting to throw yourself into this question. I love it. Thank you. Well, it's amazing. Thank you everyone for coming into this. It's necessary and it's amazing.
Thank you, Andreas. So next we have Leona. She was one of the translators in the festival. Also her first time at the festival. I met her there and we became really good friends.
Yes.
So Leona, I really want you to tell you the story of being a translator and how the festival transformed your life. And how much peace you had after that.
Totally. I didn't have any expectations when I just said to Carolina, yes, I'll go. I just felt in my heart that I had to be there, that I belonged to there. And all my life was, I mean, upside down when I just came back from heaven to earth again. But it was a very healing process. In the festival was the first time that I was translating in my whole life. But I didn't have, I mean, I wasn't scared at all because I knew that I wasn't, I mean, me, the character, I was not the one translating. I was used by the Holy Spirit. So I just connect my heart to all the teachers. And the experience was just unbelievable. I highly recommend everybody has to be there. I mean, for once in life. A wonderful holidays for everyone. You can be, without judgment. You can be yourself. You feel safe. Nobody is judging you. It's just loving and caring people. I love you all so much, and I've got a new family now. You are not my friends anymore. You are part of me. So thank you very much for the experience. And when the festival finished, I had the opportunity, the holy opportunity, to put in practice all the new knowledge in my life, and it works. So yoo-hoo! I've got a holy, how can I say that in English? A holy relationship now with my partner, which is a miracle. So thank you, Carolina. Thank you all. Everything is fine, and I live in peace now. So thank you.
Thank you, Leona.
Beautiful.
And next we have Marianne and Douglas. They both went as teachers to the festival. They live in Denmark. And I attended both of their talks. I lost their video, and I don't know what happened. Let's wait a minute.
Oh.
I attended both of their talks, and they were really, I don't know, feeling. I felt like a lot of love, a lot of insight in their talks, and I really liked them. So, how was for you being teachers in this festival?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Okay. It's so amazing to see you all. It's like, mwah, wow, so great. So all this, how it was meeting you, is coming back, and I feel like you, Carolina, it hasn't ended. It's like bringing it with me all the time, and I haven't really not landed. As I went to Germany right after, and also was teaching some Course in Miracles there, and came back home, and then I went with David and the messengers here in Denmark. That was also quite an experience, so I feel like really, wow, amazing. For me it was being with so many people coming specifically for celebrating the Course. That was so huge, like this willingness to dive into what this is and the undoing. Wow, that was every day and every moment. It was like so much love and so much joining, sharing. Yeah. Oh, not so much else to say. I'm still love you so much.
What about
that? Okay. Well, first of all, I'd like to say that as a festival, it was the most extraordinarily well-organized festival I've ever attended. It felt like we were held, like everything was arranged for us. We were held in a way that I can't even describe. My teacher that taught me rebirthing, source breath work, she had an expression: love brings up anything unlike itself for healing purposes. And I'd like to say to everyone that if you want to have a major shift, because this is what I experienced, come to this festival. What happened for me after 2 or 3 days, I got in touch with the fear of feeling excluded, which of course I wasn't being. This is the paradox. When there is so much inclusion, up comes I'm not included. And this was so intense that I was in it for probably 3/4 of the festival. The shift occurred, a huge insight happened for me a few days after I came back. I was sharing this with a friend, and he was sharing similar pattern that he has. And I suddenly got that, I was going around the festival in my mind, please see me, I'm a teacher for heaven's sake, please see me, right? And what I got when I got home was there was a much more powerful thing driving it underneath, and it was, please do not see me. which I see what the Course is talking about, the secret dream, the sin, guilt, and fear. That the sin was, or the guilt was beginning to surface, and it was saying, please do not see me. And it's taken me many years working with this pattern to see what was really driving it. And I think it was because we were there for so long, 10 days or whatever, you couldn't get away from it. So, thank you, everyone, for holding it.
Thank you.
I would like to add something like Douglas did, and this was about the logistics. It was amazingly well arranged for everyone, both for teachers and participants, and specifically this, that everybody was there just as brothers and sisters and mixing. There was nothing like there we have the teachers and there we have the participants. Like we were all the same. It was wonderful. And I will just say, just come, experience it. You would like it.
Thank you. Next we have Mas. I'm not sure if you're here in the call. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Yes. Yes. Mas, are you more comfortable talking in Spanish? I can translate slowly.
Well,
You have
well,
a translator.
Yeah, I think that there is no problem. Maybe in English.
Okay.
I don't have a problem. Okay. Well, it was a very nice festival for me. It was an incredible experience. I think that I didn't have any expectation about this festival. This is my first time that I participate in this festival, and I was very happy. I saw many miracles every day. All people were together in mind and physically, and this is very important. I think that there is a very nice experience. Sometimes I think about this festival as a very nice party, a miracle party, and every day I remember all our feelings about the festival. I remember meditation. I remember some talkings. I remember the way that the people were together to share miracle things about miracles, things about peace, things about happiness. So it was very, very nice experience for me. Sometimes I think that it is the oral experience for me, the oral experience. I don't know how to say that because it was very powerful experience, and just I want to say thank you to all people, Caroline, Steve, the teachers, the translators, all the people that can make possible this festival. It was a gift for me because I knew many people that is very interested in the peace, in the happy dream, in this way to extend the love in every people, in everywhere. Just I want to say thank you from my heart. And it was a very nice oral experience. Thank you.
We love you, Moss. We love you.
Yeah, we love you, Moss.
Salvador and Eva. Salvador is also one of the organizers. He was in charge of events, which were fantastic. I really had a lot of fun in the festival, watching each of the night events, and particularly the one of the show where each of the participants would show their own abilities or their own skills. I really enjoyed that one. Salvador and Eva, who is right next to him, she was one of the translators. So if you want to say anything, just please. They seem like they're frozen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Eva.
So well, we can wait a bit for them to come back, and I would like you to tell me perhaps one thing, the one thing that you enjoyed the most, or that you learned the thing you learned at the festival and that you brought home, and you're very, very happy that you brought that gift back. So whoever wants to start, I'm always.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah. Douglas.
Who?
Douglas.
Okay. The thing that that I found most valuable, actually, Carolina, was your introdance. And
You found it what? The most what?
Most valuable. You know, we listened to a lot of speakers on the internet and other festivals, but there's not so much practice. And I really loved this style of practice. And I've actually used it on a group in London and a group in Denmark. The group in Denmark are a lot more experienced, and they really loved it. The group in England, who are more beginners with the course, they found it quite frightening. Very challenging. But I'm going to use something very similar, a lot more, I think, to really get the practice going.
Okay. Okay.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we have back Salva and Eva. Unmute your mic and let us know how your experience was at the festival. You need to unmute your mic.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Hola.
So how was the experience? It's really difficult to say. Maybe if I make like a remember, what I remember is a lot of light. A lot of light, surprisingly. I knew from the year before that it was going to be amazing. So I was not that surprised. The second edition, you know, I kind of knew what was going to come. But so much light. Blown away. It was beautiful, the experience of working all together, of the harmony. Definitely. It was very easy for me, so I'm very grateful for that. Also to the main organizers who made it. I don't know who made it easy for me. Exactly. So I felt completely held and absolutely, like Leona said, absolutely being where I had to be and doing what I had to do, completely right and perfect.
Great. Salva, ¿prefieres en español?
Sí, en español mejor. Tengo una buena traductora.
Okay.
Because he has a good translator, so like great.
Para mí empezó bastante duro.
For me, it started quite hard, in a hard way.
Porque tenía la decisión de no hacer más festivales.
Because my decision was not to do any more festivals.
Era bastante duro la relación.
It was quite hard, the relationship.
Pero el tercer día me cambió.
But the third day, something changed.
Entendí que merecía la pena.
I realized that it was worth it.
Todo el trabajo y todo el trabajo que me daba interior, no exterior.
All the work, well, the inner work that I had to do.
Y muy agradecido de todo lo que pasó y de lo que pasó dentro.
I'm very grateful for what happened and what happened inside.
Desde que terminó el festival estoy muy feliz.
From the end of the festival, I have been very happy.
Muy tranquilo y en paz.
Very calm and at peace.
Y tranquilo de la forma de mi sitio en el festival. Creo que.
I'm very calm about my place in the festival.
Creo que hay alguien que oigo la voz que me dirá dónde y qué tengo que hacer.
Well, I'm hearing the voice that tells me what I have to do.
Y mucho agradecimiento a Carolina y a Steve por todo este viaje de 2 años.
Very, very grateful, Carolina and Steve, for this trip during those 2 years.
Y a todos los maestros y traductores, que fue una gran familia.
And all the teachers and translators of the big family.
Gracias, os amo.
Thank you, I love you.
Thank you, both of you.
And Ana, do you think Ana? Anita, ¿estás ahí? Ana Palay?
Anna seems to be frozen as well.
Anna is frozen.
Frozen in time.
Literally.
Hydrogen. No, there's no sun coming from Mike either.
I'd like to say something else.
Yes, me too. Like that.
Yes, this is my second year with the festival, of course, starting into the third one because we're already working in next year's festivals. And there is, Steve and I, last week, we were in England in the Miracle Network Conference, which is a gathering of the Course in Miracles. There was 150 people. It was like a weekend festival, but in a conference format. Yes? And there was a very beautiful experience that I had that I know is the result of my inner shift, thanks to the festival and to all of you. Mm-hmm. And it was that the moment that I arrived there, I felt everyone very much my family. There was, I didn't need any time to fall in love with everyone. It was immediate. And it was wonderful. And it still is wonderful. It feels that way. It feels that somehow we open a threshold for love unconditional to present itself each time and all times if we are available to it. And I can feel that. I can still feel it very powerfully. And I have to say thank you for all of those who have trusted and who have come and have helped us sustain the festival, because we all sustain it. It's not, the organizers, we just do the logistics and pray. And when the teachers and the participants arrive and they share the same vision of unconditional love with us, then you guys help us hold it together and in place. So it's so powerful. And I can see it extending and extending and extending. And thank you for that.
Very good. I was muted. Thank you, Carolina.
Jose, what about, I'd like to hear what you thought about it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You.
Okay. Actually, was going to tell my own experience about the festival. I went there as a translator. It was a new experience for me. I have never translated before in my life, and I wasn't afraid of translating. Usually, when I'm presented with a challenge, I don't feel fear or anticipation of that challenge, because I know that I'm kind of, I don't know, I have a guide that will tell me exactly what to do. So I was not afraid of that. I was mostly afraid of a similar experience that I had, not a similar experience, but an experience that I had before in other type of festivals, which I perceived, interpreted the intentions of other teachers as like an ego spiritual fight. So that was my own anticipation of the festival. And the great gift that I had at that time was that there was absolutely no perception of that sort of fight that I was expecting to see. So for me, it was an enormous gift to see that that I was free of it, that I had not to fight the love of other people and to feel that love from other people. Also, as Douglas, I had a shift. I'm not the same since I came back from the festival. I've been extremely happy, but I also had extreme challenges, forgiveness challenges, which I have taken. I'm not delaying those anymore, which is, I think, is for me the shift. And those challenges have been so powerful that I think that every step on the ladder, I feel more and more and more peaceful and happy and ready to give back. I'm totally thankful and grateful for the time I spent in the festival, because I don't think that without it I would be in the place that I am now. So thank you to the organizers, Carolina, Salvador, and Steve, and all my friends, all the teachers that weren't there, because I learned so much from you that well, yeah, I love you.
We love you.
We love you too.
Thank you.
We love you too.
Yeah,
Ana,
Hola.
Anita,
Ana.
¿estás por ahí?
Ana,
Cada vez que hablamos con ella, o sea, cuando veo que está, se va. Anita.
Sí, os oigo.
okay.
Well, I want to say, may I say something?
Yes.
Sí, Anita. Sí, cariño. No te vemos, pero te sentimos. No, se ha puesto negro.
Solo me veis,
Te oímos.
pero me oye.
Sí.
Right now,
Es que he apagado el vídeo para ver si me oíais, porque digo, con el vídeo no me ando el vídeo. Vale, ahora a ver si me... Vale.
Dinos algo, Ana, y te traduce Leona.
Ajá.
Yo,
No te preocupes, si el
Lo que
vídeo
voy a
no
hacer
se
es
puede,
apagar el
hazlo
vídeo.
y te escuchamos, cariño. Lo has apagado ya.
no, lo que voy a hacer es apagar el vídeo y ya está. Bueno, espera que estoy en ello. Como no...
Ana, te escuchamos, cariño. Te escuchamos.
No sé.
Sí. Sí. Sí.
Vale, ¿vais bien? ¿Me escucháis bien? Vale.
te escuchamos, Ana.
Sí, cariño. Sí.
Bueno, por nada de escucharos de nuevo. No sé hablar y no sé cuál es el tema de la conversación que hablabais, o sea que no sé un poco.
Happy for hearing.
Estamos hablando de los gamusinos.
Ana, ¿me escuchas? Ana, te estoy traduciendo, ¿vale? Hazme pausas, porfis.
Oh, she dropped it.
So, Leona, tell us what
Okay.
you were going to say.
Yes, I wanted to thank you very deeply to Douglas and Marianne for the rebirthing session. It was very, very powerful, and I have to say that it changed my whole life, because you know that I was so afraid of going through that process, because when I was having my babies, I was like hyperventilated, and I was very terrified for feeling this again, you know, wanted it, And that gave me so much power to go through situations that I was afraid of going, you know. And now I'm not afraid about anything anymore.
That's fantastic.
So, thank you. Thank you very, very, very much.
We are, of course, hoping to come back next year, not as teachers, but as participants. But if there's any chance of us slipping in a rebirthing session, I certainly would be very happy to offer one.
Yay!
Yeah, it would be great actually to see you all in April in the Easter one. If not the October one. But it would be great to see you all at some stage next year, yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, I think that everybody has to go through rebirthing at least once in their life.
Once. Once or 100 times, yeah.
Yeah.
Carolina, for those that cannot wait a full year to experience the Ibiza Enlight Festival, what option do they have?
Yes, we don't have to wait a full year. Now, originally, when Jesus came and told me that we had to have festivals, he said we should have two. Hello? He said we should have two. He said one for the external celebration of the teachings of the Course in Miracles, joining a happy celebration of the teachings of Jesus, and another one, an inner celebration, a looking within celebration. But the first 2 years, we didn't have the strength to put 2 festivals in 1 year. So 2015 is the year when we're going to have a festival in April in Easter, and the website is already up. It's called the Ibiza Easter Enlight Festival.com. And we're having a beautiful lineup of teachers. It's a shorter festival. It's just from the 1st to the 5th of April. And we're going to work and go within using through prayer, using the Song of Prayer, the annex to the Course in Miracles, and also using the chapter that the Course dedicates to Holy Week and the gift of living. So we will have in April a very profound and deep, nourishing prayer and quiet meditation festival. And then in October, we have the happy, upbeat, transformational festival. So now we have 2. I'm very happy.
Yes.
You're all very welcome.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yes,
Is this festival also going to be translated in English, Spanish, or is it meant really for English speakers or Spanish speakers?
Yes, our festivals, you know, they are bilingual, Spanish, English. And if, for example, today I was speaking to Emma Gerloff from the Swedish network. They apparently have a group who are very interested in coming to the Easter Festival. And Emma is a translator. So perhaps we will have translation into Swedish. So if a group comes and they want to bring their translators, we are happy to support the translators in our festival. We want it to be as international as possible. So I'm sure Spirit will guide us on how to do that.
yeah. And you know, for me, the festival is continually evolving. We just do the work and we just watch it evolve into something absolutely extraordinary. You know, we're just so not in control of it. It's being run by the Holy Spirit and Jesus. The whole stage of it is, you know, you stand back and you just watch everything happening, and you just watch the joy and the love on people's faces, and just amazing to see that people, they all come alive, you know. They can have lives that may seem very dull at times and mixed feelings and emotions, but as soon as they come to our festival, in the day one, they're dropping all their old baggage, and you know, they're starting to liven up, and then they really start to get into their sheer joy of being alive in the liveness of God's love, you know. And by the middle of the week, everybody's in love with each other, everybody's smiling, hugging, joyful, even if they don't talk the same language. Of course, you know, the language of love doesn't need any interpretation. It is what it is, perfect. Perfect love cast out fear every time, and so we are so happy and so joyful. I mean, this is going to go on for as long as it goes on, but in my heart, it's never ending. To continue joyful feeling that, you know, the first 2 years, I admit myself, I was very scared of this festival, and I was very scared of the organisation. Always ego telling me, "What the hell am I doing in this? You're not good enough," you know. You know, with the prayer and the meditation and the silences and the talks I had with Selva and Carolina has made a huge difference, absolutely monstrous difference to me. I dropped so many masks. I really didn't realise that I was so stuck in my, what Michael Murray would call, my ego right mind. And yeah, so wow, and I feel after this festival, especially after this festival, there's something changed in me, profoundly changed in me. And the weekend we just had, Carolina mentioned at the Miracle Conference in London, I felt a huge shift, and I all felt it came from the festival. I had a panic attack, which is very unusual for me. I hadn't had any of them for years and years and years. And it was a profound panic attack where I felt sheer fear. I just wanted to crawl in a box in a dark corner and disappear, which was very unusual for me because I thought this part of my life had gone, you know. So it just goes to show you that if you're willing and you're able and you're open-minded and you're open-hearted, that it will flush itself up, because because it was time for it to flush it up. So the festival has flushed up so much for me, and I think I was continuing with that same sort of going in deep, and I think the conference really flushed up the last piece, what feels like the last piece for me, of really dark, gooey hatred and anger that was inside of me for God and for myself, basically. And then I just came alive, and I've been so happy ever since. But of course, you know, I had a cold, which is the first one I've had for 4 years. So it's just like this outpouring came through my nose, my throat, and everywhere else that there was something to come out of, and it was a release. And now I feel absolutely so peaceful, so joyful, and so grateful for this whole festival process. The people I've been with, they've been my mighty companions along the way. They've been my greatest teachers, and I love them, and I'll always love them and carry them in my heart. And I know it will just continue as long as there's the will and the love. It will continue, and I thank everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steve. I think the festival was a life-changing experience for all of us. Really looking forward to being there again, and most of all, putting in practice into my life everything that I learned there. As I told some of you before leaving the festival, I told you that I was a bit afraid, or perhaps expecting a lot of changes in my life afterwards. And those are already happening, so I'm welcoming them. And I hope to have really nice stories for next time we see face to face.
Yeah, wonderful.
I think that as a closing note, we have, I don't know, I put the talk to be 1 hour long. I think it's a good time. If you want any of you to do a closing note on this topic, or just say goodbye, a couple of words, so please feel free to do so.
Yeah, I would like to say something. Just want to share something.
About having a trend. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, okay. The time is always now, guys, and thanks for the reminder to extend whatever the festival brought and brings to extend that in this moment, and to find each other in a joint mind, and to find each other there. It's amazing that we can do this, and that we reminded each other of that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Marianne, you wanted to say something?
Okay, it was about myself experiencing the dance between you, myself as a teacher, and a translator. It was such a beautiful experience, and relationships with the one translating what I'm saying. Yeah, so I would just thank all translators. They're such a huge part of everything.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it was a really nice experience. It was like teaching again. So everything that came out of the teachers, they had to repeat. And it was like me giving that gift to the others. So it was really nice. So I think that's it. I think that we have another call next Sunday around the same time. If I'm not mistaken, I think it could be with the Spanish teachers. That's correct?
Yes, we'll try to get a group together who can come.
Okay.
And if some want to repeat, they're welcome. I think we'll have enough spaces. I did want to say something that I had to say that maybe I didn't say before, but it's time now. I want to say to Marianne that I want to tell you that it was a joy to see myself in you, to discover myself in you. It happened with all the teachers, but you were the first teacher that I attended, and I sat there and watched you, and it was so liberating, and at the same time such a reflection of what happens in the festival. I sat there and I saw you, and I saw myself in you. And it was beautiful to watch, and I love you very much. Thank you for that beautiful workshop. Thank you so much.
Very much love. Okay, guys. See you next week on the same channel.
On the same channel.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Post this.
Thank you.
Facebook page and here in Google Plus. The video is immediately available in YouTube, so you can share that link to everyone else.
Okay.
I love you all. You are my mirror.
I love you all.
Thank you.
Thank
Love you,
you.
everyone. Thank you.
See you
Thank
soon.
you.
Bye bye.
Love you.
See you.